What's going on, buddy boyos? We are live. Welcome to another episode of Wednesday Night WINsday. In this stream, we kick back, relax, listen to some fucking music, and just chill, my dudes. We are live and alive. We're back with another stream. Haven't streamed since Wednesday of last week, I believe, or with no SNC in between. So yeah, it's been a while, my dudes. Been quite some time. Hope you guys caught the stream with me and Thomas White. That was a good stream in my opinion. We had a good time. So yeah. We're live and alive. Oh dude, I've been following this fucking Hunter Avalon shit, dude, or Avalon, however you fucking say his name. That dude, man, oh my god. Yeah, he got terror cucked, dude. It's got a giga cucked hard, bro. Oh man, dude got destroyed. I watched I actually posted it in my a Discord as well, but I watched a video by Hypocrite, and he did a pretty good job explaining the whole situation. It's like, dang, bro, like BBC everywhere. She wants to have a fucking BBC train run on her, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, bro, what do you even say to that, right? It's just fucking insane. Like, oh, bro, like Jesus Christ, just sad shit, bro. Good afternoon, everyone. What's going on, Timbaflex? BVS Void, what's up, dude? What's going on, dude? I've been watching ITV Rehab Room, and his videos were pretty good. And the Beta Bucks video about and Wheat Waffles video on women getting a Beta Bucks from 25 to 35 en masse. Good evening, everyone. Yeah? Don't get married, fellas. Get money. That's the only thing you really can do at this point. Fuck Hunter, honestly. He did not black pill, so fuck him. Yeah. Apparently, according to some of the text messages that were going back and forth between the BBC bull and her, he was having performance issues in the bedroom. Apparently, he's not very competent at all with children, even though they have kids. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Fucking crazy, dude. I mean, like, dude got terror cucked. I mean, like, my god. BBC pilled. Yeah, basically, dude got BBC pilled. I don't understand how someone like Hunter Avalon even managed to even get a wife or a girlfriend anyway, right? Like, that dude is such a fucking cuck, really. Like, he looks like he would end up cucked anyway, right? It's kind of funny. There was also some dirt in there on about a Destiny, right? Destiny was talking about in that the text messages between Destiny and what's that guy's name, or Destiny and there's some drama between Destiny and Lauren Southern, and that he was actually gonna break up with Melania, or however you say her fucking name, and they were gonna break up with her and then date Lauren Southern. I was like, wow, fucking insane, bro. Oh man, Black Bill always comes to collect. Put that in the book too. Yeah, that's true. I think it's already in the book. Yeah. Fuck, I need the stream right now. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, dude? Put that stupid fuck and other cucks in there who denied the black pill. Huh. Had this long conversation with my good friend about my views on women. Again, so frustrating. Oh god, is he like a blue-pilled guy or what? I'm telling you, dude, so many dudes will deny the reality in front of their face, and will completely just be like, no, dude, women aren't as bad as you think they are. You've had one bad experience, dude. But it's like, from the few, you will know the many, right? Like, you can look at a subsection of a population and then kind of kind of figure out who's and kind of figure out what that population is all about, right? And you don't need to analyze every single part of a population to figure out exactly what that population is going to be like. But a lot of people, they have this weird thing where it's like it's either all or nothing, right? Like it has to be all of them, or it's a none of them, right? It's bullshit. It's just complete non-starter for me when it comes to having a conversation about anything. Melania, however the fuck I say her name, just wants Destiny's money and clout. That's the truth. It's true. Yeah, he's being used. But I think he knows he's being used. But I don't think he cares. I don't fucking know about Destiny anymore, to be told. So, Is it bad that I don't feel bad for the idiot going 2 miles down in an untested submersible to look at the wreck? I don't feel bad for him, dude. Fuck him. Destiny knows she's just using him. Yeah. He and others will say I have a pessimistic view of women, which affect my relationships. When the truth is, the pessimism comes from reality. Yeah, people have a hard time. Like, I don't know, man. They just have the hardest time relating to other people's experiences, because like obviously if you've constantly had good experiences with women, then you're going to be like, well, this guy's crazy, right? There's no way he would be he could think this. But it's like you have to keep in mind, even if you've had good experiences with women, you still have to come to the reality that there are certain things that are just true about women. I have to be very careful around one of my bowling friends. He has a daughter, and I have to be very careful about what I say about women because of the way he, like, I think I said this before, but like men who have daughters are compromised, right? They really do believe that like their daughter is the exception, and their daughter's special, and their daughter can do no wrong. And it's like, nah, dude, your daughter's gonna be as a big of a hoe as the rest of these girls are, dude. And like, but they don't see it that way. It's because it's their own kid. So like people who have daughters are some of the biggest cuckolds on the face of the planet, right? Or some of the, not cuckolds, but some of the biggest cucks, you know, on the face of the planet, right? Like they really don't have they can't look at women in an objective sense anymore because of the fact that they have daughters. So it's very similar to anybody who has, like, if they have a girlfriend, their perception of women is going to be warped by having a girlfriend. Or if they have a even having a mom, everyone has a mom to some extent, right? But like, even having any woman in your life is going to warp your perception of women. But yeah, at the end of the day, you always have to remember that the reality of women is the reality of women, and that women are what they are. You know, it's over for Tate Cells. Yeah, he might be going down. Who knows? All I know is that he got charged, so formally charged. He was basically trying to tell me in so many words that I don't have deep conversations and ask the right questions to women, which makes them disinterested. Oh, he's so dumb, bro. What the fuck? Is he retarded? He can't be serious, dude. He can't be serious. Oh man, this is sad. What a really, really blue-pilled answer to give somebody. Your deep conversations, dude. Dude, Chad doesn't even need a conversation to have or Chad doesn't need to ask the right questions to women, dude. He's bullshitting you, bro. He's bullshitting you hard. I mean, I know that you know that, but my God, what in the fuck, bro? Like, men who are the high value men, or the Chads, we'll call them Chads here, but the Chads, the Tyrones, these top tier men don't have to do anything to get women. Notice how whenever there's something going wrong in a man's life, it's always the man's fault. The man always has to be the one to fix the problem with himself, and it's never a problem with the system itself or the other person who's harassing that person, right? Or the other person who's causing that person problems, right? This is fucked up, really. Like, we have such a fucked up view of how we view men. And the way that we view men's autonomy, and the way that we view men's ability to change the situation, when it's just flat out not true. You know, not every man has the ability to change the way they're change their situation at the end of the day, right? It's just fucked up, man. Yeah, that's a very blue-pilled answer. Guess I am lucky. Never heard of this hunter until Chronic roasted him. Destiny said that a 5'4" guy could outslay a 6'2" Giga Chad. He's either just niche maxing to get liberal women, or he's just too blue-pilled or dumb. I think he's just cocooning for pussy. He might be. when in actuality that has very little to do with it. Mind you, I love my friend, but he has had very little trouble with since he was in middle school. Ooh. I've been seeing OnlyFans chicks claim that they're virgins lately. Yeah, that one chick Farah, or whatever you say her fucking name. That chick, what's that chick's name? The one that Destiny's been talking to, and the one that she had a debate with somebody on Alex Playing with Fire's channel. I actually watched the debate. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, she's one that claims to be a virgin. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I believe I believe you. You know what I mean? Like, sure, in big air quotes there, but yeah, they was fucking lying their asses off. It's for Davy Jones locker cell. It's over for Davy Jones locker cells. Yeah. The Honest Waffles video on the great baptism of women getting beta bucks was too funny. Rehab Room made a joke to a woman who hate on him. They'll eventually have to marry the inkwell in the comments. Yeah, I remember that. Honestly, though, I don't think Gen Z women will settle for less than a 7. They'd rather be alone, I think. Yeah, who knows? Friend of mine got cheated on and found out that the girl is pregnant now. He has to wait for his paternity test to see if it's his. I wouldn't even do that, bro. I would fucking give up and just walk away from that chick, bro. What the fuck? Oh man. Farah Khalidi, basically a knockoff Mia Khalifa. She's Lebanese and talks to Sneeko. Yep, yeah. Win for the WINsel. What's up, Woody? How you doing, Woody Johnson? Let's I could go solo today, but I might let people on. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'll let people on as they see fit, if they want to come on or not. And let them have some fun. There's a link to the chat. Kind of want to hear about Blackpill Jay's experiences with his friend. Truth be told, it's kind of interesting to hear people's experiences trying to blackpill their friends, right? What's also frustrating is the gaslighting, as if men don't change and adapt and still take L's. Men try apps, cold approach, essay, gym, game, and the women are the same, thus the outcome is the same. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, men have been dealt a bad set of cards, and nobody wants to accept the fact that a lot of men are going to be fucked in this generation and the next generation for sure. It's a hard pill to swallow. Once again, people love the ability of trying to change the situation, but sometimes there is no change for your situation. Sometimes your situation is what it is, and you simply have to accept it and move on. Yeah, he still pays for her food, though she is living with another dude. That's sad. Give me like 10 minutes. All right, dude. No problem. We got 25 Negroes in the chat. How you guys doing? Hi, it's Verizon. You're eligible for a free iPhone 14 Plus on us when you add a new line to your unlimited plan. Aw, thanks, dude. Not that I give a fuck. I'm saying as I'm about to get rid of my iPhone, so 25 copers, yeah, basically. Oh my god, fucking tired. Whew. It's been raining all day long here, so I've been kind of like just sluggish today. Really, I haven't done anything today. I'm still waiting to hear back from my I had a second round interview with this company, and they said I'm their top candidate, but they still haven't offered me the job yet. So I'm like, well, what the fuck are you waiting on? I don't know what to do anymore. So, but I don't really care that much either. So I'll just hold off until I've been applying to other places as well. You know, my whole thing is to keep applying until I get a job anywhere, really. So, yeah. Then these motherfuckers say I'm a doomer for saying how much these women don't give a shit about them. They really don't. Anyone going to see the crappy indie movie? Another franchise from my youth destroyed by wokesters. I don't know what you're talking about. What movie? Over for interview sales. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It might be over. It might not be over. I don't know. I mean, I talked to the recruiter and she said I'm the top candidate right now. So I'm like, well, hopefully they don't find somebody better than I am. This job definitely not that bad. Plus it's a little bit hybrid as well. Oh, Indiana Jones. I said indie and then like some independent movie. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why would you say that? Indiana Jones 5. Wow, well, they're gonna kill that movie. Yeah, the recruiters are almost always a she, dude. So boycott all pop culture made after 2003. I wouldn't say I blame you. She, lol, yeah. Or she could be lying as well. You never know. Women lie all the time. That's one thing I noticed about the job market now, is that every single hiring manager and recruiter is a woman now, dude. It's true. They're almost all women. So if you're like an incel or have some like, you're just not that good looking, you're probably not going to get a job. That's the sad part about it, bro. It's unbelievable how unfair the world is for people who are like sub 5. Over for early stream sales. Yeah, I always stream a little early on Wednesday now. Hopefully, I can get back into the swing of things once I get a job. Because like, the only reason I stream from my mom's house is because I'm down here most of the time now, just hanging out. So I'd rather have my my full desktop computer to actually bring have my a regular a microphone and stuff like that on me as well. So yeah, over early stream sales. Yeah. Infidelity rate has got to be sky high. Every sub 7 is probably getting cucked. I'm early 20s mystery. What do the gender dynamics look like over 30 plus? Do men get cheated on even more? I wouldn't even know anymore. I mean, I'm talking to somebody right now. Somebody I met on Hinge, and it's going pretty well. But once again, it always goes well off the first few conversations you have with somebody. It's not until you meet that person face to face when you actually get a good it's when you have to get a good look at who they are really at the end of the day, right? So that's when the whole look stuff kicks in, right? But my pictures got me through the front door, and we've had one conversation on the phone. We've been texting every day for the last like week and a half, so who knows? But I'm not. At this point, I put zero faith in my ability to even maintain a relationship anymore. So who knows? We'll figure it out later. But yeah, so how's it going? It's probably fucking worse for men who are 30 plus. And honestly, it might even be better actually, because I feel like every generation is getting worse and worse and worse when it comes to their gender dynamics, right? So it's only getting worse and worse and worse. As like Gen Z is going to be worse than Gen Y, and Gen Y is going to be worse than Gen X, and Gen X is going to be worse than the Boomers. So, that might not always be true, but it's going to be true in general, right? Women run human resources. You need to bypass them in an interview with the hiring manager. Yeah, that's never going to happen though. Hope you get a good job soon, Mystery. Hope so too. Go after older women if you want a good relationship. Lower your standards. She's doing the same. Huh. It's true. It's good to see you have a good relationship with your mom. Family is important. I heard the game coaches telling their audience, fuck your family. That's retarded, bro. Like, for some incels, all they have is their family. Like, all they have when it comes to social interaction is their family. Telling someone to cut off the only people who actually halfway give a fuck about you is retarded, bro. You should never do that. Never take that fucking advice, dude. Your family is really it might be the last thing you fucking have in this world at the end of the day, right? So yeah, you better maintain those relationships if you know what's good for you. So I've talked to girls in person In less than 5 minutes, so many red flags pop up. What red flags do you see in women? You were saying my big red flags are when they have when they travel too much, when they have when they're going for their 25th college degree, when they you know those are two of my big ones off rip. If they say they travel a lot or they want to travel a lot, that's probably one of my biggest ones. If they're a city girl, a girl who wants to live in the city, I hate the types of people to be told. So yeah, we wouldn't get along to begin with. So I kind of look for those few things. What else am I looking for, or looking to fucking avoid? If they're fat, generally, being like extremely overweight. Liberal, if they're too liberal. Like, I can deal with a liberal person, but I can't deal with the type of a leftism that we have today, right? This is fucking insane. Being too pro-black is a little bit of a turn off for me as well when it comes to black women. Land whale. Someone says land whale, yeah. Those are a few, I guess. Also, my friend told me my problem is that I go for 25-year-olds and I should be going over women who are older. Whenever people say it's the women you're going for, I basically tune out because they 9 out of 10 don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Men get what they can get. It's true. Just leave your family, bro. That's fucking retarded logic, man. Don't do it. Brutal. Those game roaches so desperate they have to fuck their family. That's a funny one. Just set up an appointment with employment office. I'm starting the paperwork to have my tax bucks cover IT certs. Huh. Spiritual. That's a big one as well. Yeah. Tattoos. Liberal. Biden supporter. Pro-choice. Weed smoker. Pro-choice is another big one as well. Weed smoker, I can kind of deal with occasionally, but like if you're a chronic weed smoker, dude, that's a big turnoff for me, dude. I mean, when a few months ago, I used to be I was a weed smoker as well, but I haven't smoked weed in a while now. But like back in the day when I was smoking weed, I wouldn't have cared. But yeah, if they're like a major chronic weed smoker, like I can understand doing it on like the on the weekend or something like that, like a weekend Saturday night, and you're just kind of hang out with your friends. Okay, fine. If you're smoking weed every fucking day, it's like, okay, you got a problem, bro. Like, get some fucking help. Older women can be hot, but their chances for STDs are high, and they're typically way more and look significantly worse than they were at 35. Land whale, yeah. Red flag. Oh, that's the wrong one I want to do. Red flag if they like traveling to Dubai. Yeah. Poop by. Just got shitted on by emirs. Haha. Teehee. Emirs. Bro, that women on whatever podcast complaining about the talking phase and being led on. Then she mentions the guy is 6'5" D1 baseball player with strawberry blonde hair. The black toe hit hard. She's fucking retarded. I don't know, man. Like, women have such, like, they're fucking delusional if they believe that a 6'5" D1 baseball player is not going to have more options than just her and that he's ever going to commit to her. Like, they're fucking delusional if they believe that. But it is what it is. The fact she's on a dating app is a red flag. The few good girls that are out there probably won't be on the app. That's true as well. It could be a huge red flag. Although when you actually look at the rate of people who use dating apps, it's a lot higher than people thought it was. So who knows? I mean, like, a lot of people use dating apps now. It's not nearly as the scarlet letter that it used to be. Definitely Tinder. I look down on Tinder a little bit more than I would than I would other apps though, because Tinder is definitely just a hookup app, right? So being born a Foy to the red flag. Huh, funny. I can't date a woman that only drinks booze. Low vibe, boomer, elder, Gen X, sheep thinking. I don't want an addict of any drug though. Pro-choice to me is the biggest indicator that a woman isn't wife material. If she can justify killing a baby, she can justify just about anything immoral. That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, depending on how far long we've been dating, I'm always looking into like how do you arrive at the conclusion of your moral. Well, you're never gonna ask a girl that question. There's no point. But like, I'm always like probing questions about like, okay, how do you think? Like, are you like a fucking insane fucking like, you know, girl who thinks that a liberalism is everything and that a leftism cannot be challenged, or do you actually have a good a head on your shoulders, and do you analyze moral situations on a case by case basis and actually have very nuanced views on how we view the world? But I don't trust anyone 45 that hates weed, but I don't trust full on potheads. Yeah, that's true. Xanax or weed. Over those two, I'd probably pick a weed smoker over Xanax either. She was an average-looking girl next door type, and was just pining so hard for Chad. She admitted that she'd drop everything and commit to that D1 Chad. It's crazy, man. Some simp overrated her a 9. Yeah. Dating apps are filled with perpetual serial daters, men included. Ooh. It's true. Yeah, you're not wrong. I would dump and renege engagement from a woman who got a baby delusion, especially late term. Yeah. Renege, yeah. Best way to move is running a widow game. Find a good girl married to a grunt in the military, and Jody Max once World War III starts. You motherfuckers, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god. Widow game. That's a good one, dude. Widow game. Run widow game, dude. Widow game. So fucked up, bro. Widow game. We come up with new things, man. I've got this on loud at work. Why would you do that? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Are you crazy? For all my coworkers to soak. What the fuck? My man laughing over lol. Spreading the gospel, laugh my ass off. Okay. Whatever you say, dude. I have a bigger audience now now that I have my friend now that this guy here is streaming all my information over the internet, or all my shit over the internet, right? Third leg cell. Give me about 5 minutes. No problem, dude. Just take your time, dude. No problem. Widow maxing, dude. We're all gonna make it, dude. If we just a widow max. Once the war with Taiwan, the war over Taiwan breaks out, we'll date the widows from the war. What have y'all been eating today? Not a damn. I had some Subway earlier. That's about it. And Subway fucking sucks ass. So, but it's the only thing that was close to my mom's house to eat. It's easy to get. So I did what I had to do. That's all I've had today though. Had that. That's about it. Yeah, that's all only food I've had today. I ain't eat anything. All right. World War III. Get ready to be cannon fodder, buddy boyos. Body boyos. That's a good one. Body boyos. The thing I appreciate about all the podcasts that have groups of women on is that even when the women aren't of models, P-stars, or strippers, even lawyer girls or trad women want the same. It's true. They all women want the exact same type of men. They might be different in their method of acquiring those men. Like, okay, well, I'm the trad girl, or I'm the a lawyer girl, or I'm the P star, or I'm the stripper, or I'm this girl, or I'm that girl. Even the women who are quote unquote prim and proper still want Chad. You know, I never don't let them fool you, right? They still want the exact same men, and they still have the same desires that all those women do as well. Widow OnlyFans or Widow versus OnlyFans Virgin? Probably the Widow, dude. The OnlyFans Virgin is obviously like she's lying. So I met a girl at my old job who dated a guy from the show Too Hot to Handle. She claimed he was like her ex-BF, but I know she was just a pump and dump. Dude was a super Chad, and she was an average Asian chick. Oh, dude, he did the easy pump and dump, dude. No more $5 foot long. Shit is trash. Shit is trash, bro. Probably some of the worst food I've had in a while, my dude. Not gonna lie. They all want to be able to be ran through by Chad and then get commitment from Chad or get a beta bucks they don't have to touch. Yep. Fuck it. I'm gonna go gun blazing during World War III. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't bother. Boomers and elder Gen X are the biggest snowflakes. We had to raise the drinking age because of these degenerates and wear condom. Oh, yeah, they are pretty bad. Holy shit, a lot of comments here. What the fuck? A widow waifu that married before 22 mogs probably actually wants kids. Probably already had that. Probably actually already has kids actually at that point. So when Chad smashes the average voids, you know it's over. Yeah, well, he's been doing that for a while now. So if you get married in 2023, you deserve to be cucked, buddy boyo. Yeah. Hi, I have just come from swimming. Okay, that's nice to hear. Would you rather be good looking or poor, or ugly and rich? Oh, good looking and poor easily. Good looking and poor easily, man. I can just like sleep on some chick's couch every once in a while and hang out, you know. Yep, that makes sense. Women think they're in a relationship, but they were really just a month-long cum dump for Chad. Remember when Subway was good? Yeah, I remember that back in the good old days. It's gone now. Chad smashes land whale. It's a wrap. Yep. I go for ugly women because they're loyal. Ha! What a lie that was, dude. What a lie. What's up, Sex Addict? What's up, buddy boyo? Cum dumpster for Chad, basically. Yep. I got 99 problems. Continue my sentence correctly. But a Foyd ain't one, yeah. Good looking poor dude can still find a woman simp. Yep. That's my whole logic there, dude. Good looking and poot all day. You can just make social media accounts to get fame and fortune, or fame and a fortune. But if one ain't one, it is true. Poor. Lol. I hate it when guys say, don't worry about the other guy she's talking to. See, that's your problem. Aw, dude. That's like applying for a job and not being concerned about your competition, bro. Like, it is what it is, dude. Because that's ultimately what every man's signing up to be, right? You're signing up for a job to be the guy who gets to blow her back out every night, right? And you have to be concerned with your competition. If you're not concerned with your competition, you're not really competing at all, in my opinion, right? You should always be concerned with your competition at the end of the day, right? It's just that's the way, that's just reality, right? It's just absurd that people think that, oh man, you're an individual, dude, and you should rise and fall on your own merit. Like, yeah, okay, but that doesn't make like the competition go away. Like, fuck, it's retarded shit, dude. And a bitch is the biggest one out of my 99 problems. Oh shit. Saint and scammer versus midget life dating. Midget life dating. So sad as it sounds. What's up, Mystery? What's up, mid chicken dinner, dude? Look at me, 'cause anything is possible, dude. Anything is possible, dude. The fuck you talking about, bro? Just get a vasectomy. Roll a tomato. Yeah. Are you jealous of Zoloft? No fucking way, bro. No way. Homo tomato. Thank God for passports and escorts and goy funds. But things are gonna get better. Men hit their prime at their 60s and beyond. Oh, dude, if only that was true. The women on each panel always complain about the question if they would delete their Instagram. We know they use it to fuck or get other men. They laugh when called out and just want to accept it. Just want you to accept it. Yep. They don't keep. All I really know is that they don't really care about us. Women don't care about you, bro. Never forget that song, dude. That song was actually about women, dude. It wasn't about the police of the system, right? It was about women. They don't really care about us, bro. Oh, I'm competing against Brads, Chads, Thads, Lads, and Gads. Yep. Every man is a cuck. Even Chad eventually has kids and settles down with girls who hides her past. It's true. Some truth there. Like not caring about your competition, applying for grad school or to get your MBA, masters. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Just having an abundance mentality, bro. As if that's fucking ever worked ever. Fucking retarded. Who would win in a fight? Who? I don't know who. More like minor life dating. Oh no, I won't say that. You're competing against dogs now. You're competing against other species. It's fucking over. Oh no, the dog pill. The meek shall inherit the earth. Ain't that the fucking truth, dude? And the gaslighting comes hard when guys say, you failed with all these women. Maybe the problem is you since you're the common denominator. Oh my god. Oh, bro. Oh man, I hate this fucking statement honestly, because like people will take a statement like, well, you know, the only common denominator in the room is you, so you got to change yourself, bro. And it's like, look, sometimes it's not me, right? Sometimes it simply is the system is unfair. Has it ever occurred to you that the game itself could just be an unfair game? You could have all the qualifications in the world and still fail at something, right? I just hope, my God, I just hope most men don't actually save these dumb fucking whores. These women deserve to be destitute later in life. They won't be, bro. They won't be. Here in the West, I will take my L. I will never try here again. Damn, Spectrum, you gave the fuck up. Good job, man. Good job. Don't worry, guys. You'll reach your prime at 69 years old. Hee hee. Mog's tee hee. The biggest cuckoldery having a daughter. Is having a daughter the most cuck thing you can possibly imagine? Think about it logically. You're feeding, clothing, and raising a daughter so that she could be fucked in every hole. Jordan Peterson, dude. Oh, man. I love that meme. Let me pull it up. Let me pull that meme up. I'm not going to play it on stream, but I'll play it the audio anyway. Give me one second. We'll stop the music real quick. We're gonna play this clip. It's not Jordan Peterson, whatever. We'll play the original version here.
Cannot think or comprehend anything more cucked than having a daughter. Honestly, think about it rationally. You're feeding, clothing, raising, and rearing a girl for at least 18 years solely so she can go and get ravaged by another man. All the hard work you put into your beautiful little girl, reading her stories at bedtime, making her go to sports practice, making sure she had a healthy diet, educating her, playing with her, all of it has one simple result. Her body is more enjoyable for the men that will eventually fuck her in every hole. As a man who has a daughter, you are literally dedicating at least 20 years of your life simply to raise a girl for another man to enjoy. It's the ultimate and final cock. Think about it logically.
Oh God. Oh, here's the Jordan Peterson version, dude. This one's so good.
I cannot think or comprehend of anything more cuck than having a daughter. Honestly, think about it rationally. You are feeding, clothing, and raising and rearing a girl for at least 18 years solely so she can go and get ravaged by another man. All the hard work you put into your beautiful little girl, reading her stories at bedtime, making her go to sports practice, making sure she had a healthy diet, educating her, playing with her. All of it is one simple result. Her body is more enjoyable for the man that will eventually fuck her in every hole. Raise the perfect girl. Great. Who benefits? If you're lucky, a random man who had nothing to do with the way she grew up, who marries her. He gets to fuck her tight pussy every night. He gets the benefits of her kind and sweet personality that came from the way you raised her. As a man who has a daughter, you are literally dedicating at least 20 years of your life simply to raise a girl for another man to enjoy. It is the ultimate and final cuck. Think about it logically.
Dang, bruh. The ultimate and final cuck. God damn, bro. God damn. God damn, bro. You shouldn't be concerned about things you can't control. She will fuck someone. If it isn't you, it's someone else. Even if it's you, she's probably still fucking someone. You shouldn't worry. Oh, bro. I had a female friend who's with the female Chad and the Marines who pedestalizes her. However, if he knew how many NFL black guys she fucked, his view would he'd view her differently. Yeah. Oh man, that's fucked up. Yeah, man, you never fucking know, man. You never know what kind of men your girl was fucking, dude. Could have been fucking some fucking NFL, NBA player, bro, or you fucking the chaddest of the Chad motherfuckers in the world, bro. Nah, dude. A red pill is better than a black pill, bucko. Mystery, are guys in their 40s desperate for pussy, or do they have more power? I know the wall is cope, but do men in 40 plus dealing with women their age have it decent, or is it just as fucked? I wouldn't even know, honestly. I couldn't even tell you that one. I'm not 40 yet, so it's hard to tell. No, BPJ's here. Let's let him in here. What's going on, dude?
Oh man, how's it going?
Doing good, man. Been a while.
Is there an echo?
I don't hear an echo. Was there an echo for you?
I thought there was. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Things is just another day. Look, I missed you on Sunday, man. Your streams are needed, man. Your streams are needed. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Did you watch the stream I had with Thomas Led on Saturday?
I did watch it, and that was a good little supplement. So
good stuff.
That was some really good stuff, man. And appreciate him and his and giving you your flowers, man. This is appreciate the space, but yeah, bro, it's you know what it is out here.
Absolutely, I know what it is out here, Doug. I think it's unfair, man. I think what your friend was talking about, your friend's fucking insane, bro. Like, but so many men have that mindset of like even men have the mindset of, oh, it's obviously if something goes wrong in a relationship or something goes wrong when in the process of dating somebody, it's just the man's fault. And it's like, dude, it can't always be the man's fault. Like,
well, they don't. Well, I guess because here's the thing: is there's so much to this, right? And the sexual marketplace is constantly moving and is constantly getting worse. So for example, if you're a guy let's say you're a guy in his early 20s, let's say this was like 9 or 10 years ago, and you were a guy in your 20s and you was like, oh shit, like I need my own spot. I need to, you know, get some more income. I need to be able to have a better career, X, Y, and Z, right?
Yeah.
2 years later, you finally achieve that, and so now you might be in a different position financially, like a slightly better position financially or status wise, what have you. But in order to the number one, the marketplace got a lot worse in that 10-year time span, or even at 6-year time span. So even though you might be a guy or whoever who is above average in income or what have you, in order to compete in the 2023 sexual marketplace, you can't just have your own spot. It needs to be at this level, at a higher level, as opposed to the level that you're at. If you're like a guy who's just barely or above average. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it's basically you're fighting against an exponential curve, right? Her hypergamy is always going up because she's experiencing she's effectively experiencing more things than you could ever actually provide her in when it comes to your actual achievements, right? So like you could be achieving, if you're achieving at the rate of X, and she's been experiencing new things at the rate of Y. Well, if Y is greater than X, you're either still in the same position you were before, or maybe you're slightly better off, but you're still not at her level, or you're still not at the level where she wants you to be at, right?
Right. Or you know, yeah, but it's constantly it is sort of, as it's like there is an inflation, just like there's inflation in the financial market, there's an inflation in the dating market as well. So whatever things are now is only going to continue to get worse in the future. And it's going to get worse to a point where you're not going to be able to catch up as a man, especially if you're a man who might be slightly on a decline, you know what I'm saying, looks wise, you might lose your hair, like, you know what I'm saying, like people age and look different or whatever. So it's, you know, it's just an uphill, it continues to be, even when you are doing well, it continues to be an uphill battle. But yeah, man, in terms of my friend, I mean, I don't want to go all into it. It's just it's just, you know, you kind of just hear, it's like, for example, the whole, and maybe you've gotten this, the whole pessimism, who hurts you, bitterness, you know, that's and in the gaslighting, here's when the gaslighting comes in. The gaslighting comes in where people will tell you that the reason why you're having these problems is because of how you view women.
Oh my god. It's like,
has that ever happened to you?
I've had it implied, for sure. That's for sure. Nobody's ever really said it outright, like, "Oh, you hate women, therefore you're never going to have good outcomes with women." But it's been implied before, and especially from my you know, I used to have friends who were more blue pilled, but I dropped them kind of earlier this year. I just got tired of their bullshit. But yeah, like they really they were extremely blue pilled. I think part of their reason for being blue pilled is that they had a dad who was fairly abusive to their mother. So they view their mother as being the saint, and simply because of that, they view every woman as being a saint. But then the sad part is that they'll tell me these stories about how like women have treated them horribly, but they won't blame the women. They'll blame something else, and it's so fucking weird. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah,
it's kind of like it's kind of like Umar Johnson, and I'm not sure. Have you seen some of the Umar Johnson clips?
It's been a while.
Yeah, so Umar Johnson went on to talk about talk about the black community and what else? Obsidian broke it down. Bernard Riley broke it down, and essentially Umar Johnson was on this whole this idea of the reason why the black community is when it comes to the relationship between men and women are so messed up is because black women have attitudes because of how they were treated or done in the past, where the man was booted out the home and X, Y, and Z, and then we as men today have to kind of pay for the sins of the black men of yesteryear, right? So it was kind of like, so this is to say, not to get all into that, because unless I don't want to explain what the clip was, but a lot of that is removing agency from women. And the truth is, and what I was trying to explain to my friend is that any encounter that you have with a woman is a two-way street. So this idea, because I'm not opposed to having like good conversations with women, but you have to be able to get there. If you're not able to get there, then it's just not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you, how can you have these deep and connective, how can you have a connection with a woman if her attraction to you is already like kind of iffy? And more times than not, if it is iffy, they're looking for reasons to curve you because they have too many men at their disposal to choose from.
I mean, truth be told, even the whole thing about having conversations with women or having these in-depth conversations with women, it's not even really true in my opinion. It's never been true. Like I've gotten some women where I barely said anything and they've been talking the whole time. I'm like, whatever. Like it still works out, right? Like so, like even that whole aspect of like having good conversations with women is like, what are you even talking about, bro? Like some of the easiest pussy I've ever gotten where I barely said anything at all. Like you just sit there and like a fucking stone and just absorb information whether that's just spouting at you, right? So I just find it odd that people always bring up that, oh, you're not talking to her right, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. If you think that, I don't know what to tell you. Like the way I view it is that the harder you have to work to get the woman to like you, you're probably not in a very good spot to.
You've already
taken my position, right? So
yeah. So if you have to, as soon as you have to try, you've already taken the L.
Yeah, it's true. Like even this girl I'm talking to right now, like we had a pretty, in my opinion, dry conversation last night, but she thought it went extremely well. I was like, what? I just felt extremely dry, but whatever. Like whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like if you have good pictures on your dating profile, or you have as long as you don't like completely fucking spurg out, like you have autism or some shit, you're basically kind of good to go. And even then, if you're good looking enough, you can still kind of make it work.
Right. Yeah. No, women. I think that women tend to fill in the blanks when they're dealing with the man who they have high attraction for, and they're dealing with a guy. So because here's what tends to happen to guys that are kind of in my camp, maybe even in your camp, where not me specifically, but there are guys who might fall into the middle to where they might be attractive enough for her to not say he's ugly or he might be cute, but she's fucked too many super attractive guys in the past. But because you're doing everything right and you're technically a good guy, I'm going to give you the chance. But in actuality, I don't really want to date you. So as soon as you do some shit, it's over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Though, like, yeah, she's basically kind of like stringing you along. Like I think it's more of a I don't want to say a cope for her, but it's like she doesn't want to curb because like if you've been running around your whole life saying where are all the good men at, and then you reject a good guy, she wants an excuse to curve a good guy, so she can tell her friends that oh well he did this, so that guy he wasn't actually a good guy, you know what I mean? Like so she wants an excuse to have to curve you, and so she doesn't have to do it herself, right?
And to put the blame or whatever on you, but to be honest with you, a lot of stuff. Look, bro, when if it comes to hey, don't overanalyze or don't don't be so logical, like be jokes, like most men who have a semblance of awareness understand at least some of these concepts, right? It's like like to a certain degree, like you're gonna kind of know that it's like not to. It's like when people say you need to not talk about, I'm just using this as an example, like Star Wars or something. It's like, okay, most guys over the fucking age of 22 know that, or maybe even 23, 24, like, like not how to talk to him, but I guess what not to say, because most guys are on eggshells to a certain degree when they're talking with women anyway. It's
true. Honestly, though, I would even challenge that a little bit to say that, like, do men even know? Because, like, if you had very little experience with women, you might actually not know. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. No, I may be project. Yeah, that might just be off of my experience.
Like, it might be from like it's definitely becoming a generational thing where like one generation knows and the other generation has zero clue. You know what I mean?
Clue.
So,
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I know you have guys who are more Generation Z. I can't let, and I would like to talk to more of those guys and kind of see what the market's like, but it seems very fucking binary. Like either you're getting a whole lot of it or you're not getting anything. And that's kind of similar to our generation for the most part. It's like more times than not, you're either dealing with a very, very small pool of guys who are getting and the problem is that you will talk to, it's kind of like the guys who actually know what it is out there in the street, who knows what we're talking about. They're too scared or chicken shit to actually be able to agree with you out in public, because because no one wants to be the guy who is perceived to be bad with women.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. You know, dudes will do anything to be the, who wants to be the guy? Because like a lot of dudes, they want other dudes they can bring around their girl or bring around girls so they can, pick up on other chicks as well, right? And then like if you're a dude who's better with women, they're not gonna bring you around to parties. You won't get invited anywhere, right? They're like, shit, I can't. He's a liability, not an asset. So I can't bring him around at all. So you'll just be left out of a lot of things at that point. So women, we rate women 1 to 10. Women rate men 0 or 10, no in between. It's basically kind of what it's coming down to at this point.
I think that it's either. I would say that it's. I think rate women, rate men. I just like I say. I think they just put men into the 3 categories. I think they put you're either a 1, you're either ugly, you're either decent to where maybe which is beta. It's like either you're too ugly to be a beta or alpha. Those are the 3.
Beta. So wait, so you're too ugly to be a beta, and then there's beta, and then there's alpha.
Yeah. So okay. So
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So like there are guys who are so ugly that it doesn't matter how much money that they have. That woman is not going to fuck that guy. She would rather, like a lot of women, and that's why like most women who do struggle, they struggle because of that. It's like you don't have to fucking work, bro. If you're like a woman who's under the age of, think about it, bro. If you're a woman if you're a decent looking woman under the age of 25 years old, if 22, 23, 24, there is no fucking reason why you're broke or struggling in the age of the internet. And I'm saying that, I'm not saying that these women need to go out and be I'm not talking about OnlyFans or even SA. I'm talking about just getting you like these women could very well, any one of these women, most of them can get with the guy of means to make it so that they either don't have to work anymore or their lives will be a lot more alleviated in regards to their workload.
Yeah, that's true. They're really, women have zero excuse to be in as much debt as they are, or to be poor in today's day and age. Like even the ugliest woman can find a man who will take care of her. They don't have any excuse. Like if a man is broke or poor, he has every excuse, in my opinion, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. But so the thing about it is, bro, it's like that, and that's how, and these women, their love for Chad, I would argue that their love for Chad is damn near as strong or maybe even stronger than an average man's love for pussy. Because I'm gonna tell you why. This is just a theory. Because women love Chad so much, they would rather work and be miserable to have the chance to fuck Chad than to be in a committed relationship with a man of means who isn't attractive. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, I would say that the reason why women love Chad so much is more than we love pussy is because even though incels want pussy but they don't, but can they truly love pussy when it's something that they rarely get? It's kind of like this, bro. Imagine like this, bro. It's like going to an amusement park. How often, let me ask you this, bro, how often do you go to an amusement park?
I would say almost never, like once every like some odd years, Okay. Every day.
Okay. Well, there's some people who might go like maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years, or maybe even twice every year, whatever, right? For the average man, that's kind of what sex is. Sex, for the most part, for the average man, is something that he does maybe a few times a year with a couple different women, maybe if he's lucky. But for a lot of guys, it's 0, and for some people, it's a whole bunch. But for the average guy, it's not a whole lot. These women are able to fuck Chads relatively often. So their love for Chad is a lot more tangible because these are men who most women are able to deal with far more often than men are fucking pussy.
God damn, bro.
Think about it.
Yeah, like it's much easier to acquire a taste or a love for something when you're actually doing it more often versus somebody who's done it once or twice and it's like, well, whatever.
Exactly. If a person said, "Hey, I love horror movies," how many horror movies have you seen this year? Oh, 2. Versus, "Hey, man, I love horror movies. How many horror movies have you seen this year? Oh, like fucking 20." Yeah. Who loves horror movies more? And I get that it's different because men aren't able to, so I understand that there's some nuance to it, but ultimately men who we pursue something when in actuality, if you really think about it, you're not able to really enjoy all that much. So how are you really able to love it? It's like trying to love a kid that you don't really see. Sure, you might theoretically love it, but can you really truly love it if it's something that you don't really see like that?
That's true. Yeah, it definitely diminishes your affection or your affinity towards that object when you don't have it around all the time, right? Yeah, especially like when it comes to children, especially you're not there for their their sports game or something like that. How can you really truly say you love that thing if you're not around to actually see what's going on with it, right? Or if you're not allowed to see what's going on with it, right? So yeah, it makes some sense.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments. I love the comment section.
Yeah. Gen Z, most men haven't touched pussy in 6 to 8 months straight, and what they're fucking whales. Even whales, dude, probably don't fuck most men at this point, dude. Some guys got lucky in an LTR and the hoe cheating, and they just accept it.
Bro, I mentioned, bro. Here's the power. You look, bro. I'm stupid, bro. You remember that song from Back to the Future, "The Power of Love"?
Yeah, I think I remember.
Well, this is the power of Chad. Chad got power, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, the girl that I mentioned in the comment section earlier, right? Who was with the Marine, who's with the Chad Marine, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, at least from what she told me, and I don't know why she would lie or whatever. But a lot of these women who are, when they're with Chads and they're with these Chads in long distance relationships, not all the time, because I know that you have married couples where the woman is cheating and shit. But in that early stages, women will wait for a Chad. These land whales, if these land whales were to fuck a Chad, they will go a few months without sex until they get another fucking Chad, bro.
Yeah, they'll wait. Yeah, because beyond that, they obviously have a lower sex drive than men do typically anyway, so they have the ability to as well.
Mm-hmm.
For a man's literally going insane if he doesn't fucking jerk off fucking once every fucking 2 days and shit like that, right? Where the woman's like, whatever, you'll figure it out. So
yeah, and then a woman has more, and also because like a land whale, because the thing about a land whale is that a land whale could. Because women still need attention, so a land whale has no problem getting. They have absolutely no problem getting attention. And matter of fact, if you go on Tinder right now, not Tinder, TikTok right now, there's a woman who does a you can look this up, people. Somebody's gonna look this up in the comment section. Go on TikTok and go in the comment section, go in the search bar and type in "Bad Date Tuesdays." Right, bad date Tuesdays. Right, and hold on, is it there?
Welcome back to
and it's type in videos.
Hello.
Yeah. So type in "Bad Day Tuesdays" and then type in videos, and there's a woman, and you'll see what she looks like. Mystery School, if you want to do it as well, you can do it. Type in and scroll to videos, and you'll see a woman who is not in the best shape, and is just
you said that.
It is just her repeatedly talking about these bad dates. I'm telling you, somebody please in the chat do it, and you'll see for yourself.
Please tell me about
How fat is this chick?
Hey, bro, do you have TikTok?
I don't go on TikTok.
Oh man, okay, well, damn. Well, yeah. Somebody in the chat is gonna do it, and it's gonna be really funny. But I don't want to. I mean, yeah, on TikTok, bro. Yeah, bro. Anyways, maybe one time I can I don't think my
Oh, I think I see it.
Yeah,
if it lets me in there without having an account. This is not the guy. This is the dude. Bad date to. Oh my god, this chick is huge.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking way, bro.
Oh, and she has so many videos, bro.
Not the best shape, bro. She's completely out of shape. Fucking
yeah.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, bro. There's some Tyrone out here be smashing them cheeks, bro. Fucking Tyrone out there, fucking being the garbage man of society, smashing them cheeks, bro. Oh,
yeah, Chip Skylark said the Chads are not. Yeah, no, you're right, and the Chads are not but a Tyrone will.
And that's normally pretty much sufficient enough for most chicks to be like, well, I have arrived now, and I've ascended past the need for a normie. So, yeah. Rehab Room mentioned postpartum depression was probably related to women realizing they didn't maximize the genes of their child. It makes sense that whales would hold out for Chad. I don't even know anymore, man. It's just depressing when you think about it, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, and look, I mean, to go back even to my friend, it's just like, you know, because he was trying to basically say that, hey, like you look at too much of the negative when it comes to women and all this other stuff, right? You know, that it's a pessimistic view. And I try to tell him, I'm like, hey, this is just what is real. I have to operate. And I think that's what, like, why I think a lot of people, you know, who come to these spaces kind of stick to it and keep kind of watching the stuff. And, you know, because I think that, you know, you don't want to go climb into a hole. I think that me, and I even think you, Mystery, we've kind of have gone through, I'm not sure if you've gone through the red pill rage, whether you've gone through the red pill rage, and then you kind of settle for a bit, and then you kind of venture through the black pill, and then you're like, wow, things are really fucked up. And then you kind of see your relation to the black pill, and it's like, hey, okay, I do have a few things that give me a genetic advantage. Okay, so how can I work with this? It's like, this is all kind of a journey. And yes, ultimately, yes, most of this shit is negative, but it's just the reality of it. And you have to be able to kind of see and be able to enjoy things. It's kind of like being that dog in that fucking meme, right? It's like, you look, everything isn't fine, the place is burning, but you can still smile, you know what I mean?
well, at this point, like I find the more truth I find about human nature in general, I just laugh at it because I'm like, wow, that's exactly what I thought it would be. Like somewhat, right? Like, you know, you'll have a theory in your mind about something, and then you'll look it up, or you'll have a theory about something about, and not even the female nature, but just human beings in general. And you'll look it up, and you'll find out, oh wow, this has already been talked about before. Holy shit! Like I'm actually right on this fucking theory. Wow, what the fuck? Or you'll have a theory about something, and then you actually see it. You actually see it out there in a real life, and you're like, wow, like what the fuck? Like I'm not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and then like people have such a hard time with the black pill, if only because it takes the human being and it breaks it down into very, very it breaks human beings down into something that's not mysterious, right? Like people think that human actions or human behaviors are, oh, it's abstract and very, very you can't understand it, bro. Human beings are unpredictable, right? And it's like it's not true, and it's never been true. You can predict human behaviors to a high degree of a certainty, and people don't like that, you know.
Yeah, no, they don't, because it's just because they feel like they may like lack agency, but it's like these people are reading from some sort of script, right? The Who Hurt You, you know, like the OnlyFans girls. It's like bro, and I know that those women, because people like to say, even a buddy of mine is like, yeah, those girls, they're all the same, they're all 20s and on Miami, blah 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 blah. But generally, women for the most part are very similar in the shit. Like you can, like, sometimes, and tell me if I'm wrong, sometimes you can talk to a woman and you can hear the shit that she put up with in her relationship. Then you start to ask the questions like, okay, how tall was he? Oh, he was 6 foot. He was 6'2". Did he have tattoos? Yes. Was he a good looking guy? Yes. Was he, you know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of dig into it, and sometimes you might be wrong, but more times than not, you'll be correct. And what I was gonna say also, even when it comes to, like, you know, these harsh realities, is that I have another friend who is very pro-black, and me and him always go at it because he doesn't think that American black women want white men. He thinks that black women don't want white men, and I'm like, yo, do you not understand how you're biased in this shit? Like, this is not like occur to you? And yeah, man, it's and he just cannot wrap his mind around it because he thinks that white people, he's a pro-black dude, so he thinks white people are lame and all this other stuff. But I'm like, yo, you can think this all you want to, but the fact of the matter is, a white dude, because his whole thing is this: he thinks that black women, because they say, yeah, I don't like white men, blah 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 blah. But I'm like, no, the reason why they're saying that is because most white men don't want black women. So black women are just basically, they don't even see white men as an option.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of what black women say, black women are some of the most like self-hating people on the planet. They change their hair, they use skin lightening cream. You know, they do a bunch of things to look like white women, or just to appear to look like white women, and it all doesn't work anyway at the end of the day. But yeah, like, you know, you don't see most black men out here, you know, wearing skin lightening cream or changing their whole hair or changing their whole voice to to appease white people in general. Black women would do it all the time. Like, plenty of black women are known for having the white woman voice when they're at work, and then coming home to their boyfriend who's black, and then having the black girl voice when they're out of home, right? So it's like, black women are some of the most self-hating women on the planet, in my opinion. And yeah, like I think half their problem is that the only reason why the black rate of black women can claim to be, oh, we're loyal to our men, is only because the fact that they have nowhere else to go at the end of the day, and typically.
Yeah. I mean, for the most, but I will say this. I think that is changing, because I think that the trickle down effect when it comes to white men and their dating, I think it's trickling down. So I think that you're going to see a lot more quote unquote divesting in interracial relationships between black women and white men, because white men are eventually going to, and this is what I've said before, like a few years ago, a lot of white men are going to have no choice but to start looking at black women. So you're gonna start to see this more. So white, and this is again the JBW effect. White men still have, if they're not able to succeed in their own white sexual marketplace, they can go down to Asian. And if you can't get an Asian, you can still go down to black. You still have like layers that you can go down. Whereas your average black dude, if a black dude is truly non-select for the most part, he doesn't have Asian or white women to fall back on like the white man does. Yeah,
I would say that at least as of right now, the majority of a normie white man, because like Chads have always had access to, can still generally have access to the Stacy white women, right? They can always just go back to Stacy white women and stay within their own race, and if they wanted to, they could date a really high end black woman or a high end Asian woman at the end of the day. I think that normie white men still have the ability, and even some sub 5 white men, truth be told, still have the ability to date a decent number of Asian women, only because the market hasn't gotten that bad yet. But I think you're right though, and as time progresses on though, that the worse that market gets over there in Southeast Asia and stuff like that, because there's too many white men are running over there, eventually you're gonna run into a wall where it's like, shit, like all these women are now spoiled for choice now that they've all been inundated with too many white men. So I'm gonna have to date the sub 5 white men are gonna have to date somebody else, right? It might, I mean, a decent number of depending on how you view Hispanics, right? Because some people think they're still white, but they kind of view themselves as being in their own little group as well. So like enough white men could honestly date Hispanic women as well. So
yeah, no, but I'm saying is that a white man he's gonna get a bigger bang for his buck dealing with women, because and I've said this, and there's a reason why in black, because one statistic that a lot of divestor black women like to spout is that the divorce rate between white men and black women is so low.
It is.
And the reason why is because to that black woman, that white man is her best sexual market. Like she views him as she views that white DNA that given that mix that's fucking gold to her.
Yep.
So there's no, she's not, so more times than not, she is not leaving. So I actually don't mind, and I'm saying this, I don't mind interracial relationships. As a matter of fact, I actually encourage interracial relationships for black women and even white men, because they both get a good deal. Think about it. If the white man doesn't have to be swole, he doesn't have to have fucking tattoos, he doesn't have to be dressed well, he doesn't have like a white man can be a regular good job, not, you know what I'm saying, he could just be a regular well-to-do white man, and he can get himself an attractive relatively in shape, relatively well-mannered, submissive black woman. That's a pretty good deal.
Not a bad deal at all
for both of them, because black men cannot it doesn't have that deal fucking anywhere. Maybe I guess the in overseas in South America, I guess the black man could have a deal like that in South America, but here in the West, the black man does not have a deal close to that.
You think this is why Tyrones always go after the fat white chicks, because that's like their best next deal, right? If you think about it, because like the white men don't typically want to marry fat white chicks, but like a black man would be like, that's a step up for me, right? Could be. What
do you mean by Tyrone? Just so I can kind of, what do you mean by Tyrone? You talking about
basically like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 Tyrone type guy, where it's like he's like top tier black men somehow being forced to date
I
these like
think
really fucking fat.
I think a Tyrone. No. I think a Tyrone. Here's what I think, bro. I think the only reason why a Tyrone would deal with if you're talking about a fat white woman, is because he's getting that's a good time. That's a good time for him, like a good sexual time. And yes, that white woman is going to treat him relatively well because that fat white woman, she hasn't been to the gym in like 3 or 4 months, and he goes to the gym 2 times a day, right?
Yeah,
So it's good because you have a good little sexual marketplace balance because she's a white woman, but she's fat, and he's relatively an attractive guy, but he's black, so he's still got to be swole and all this other stuff, right? So the market kind of balances out, but it balances out more so in his favor. I would say a little bit more because a Tyrone arguably should be with a good-looking black woman, but a good-looking black woman has access to the top Tyrones or the top men in the black community who got money, status, paper, athletes, etc. Right? So if you're dealing with a black woman who is a Tyrone's like looks match, she's dealing with men with money, and most Tyrones don't have money, believe it or not.
Yeah, I would agree. Like this idea that every black man who's a Tyrone is in the NBA is absurd.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So, but according to some people, about 10% of us are in the league. So
we all in the league, bro. We all gonna make it, dude.
VVS Void says, no, Jay, the white woman ain't treating a black guy good. So here's what I'll say to that, VVS Void. I'm not going to disagree with you, but comparatively to a black woman of the same ilk, it would be better because black men have low standards. So just by like not being a bitch and just being like a decent person and not giving me attitude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be treating him well. So I agree with you, but in a black man's world, that white woman is treating him better.
What do you make of speaking of the NBA, what do you make of the what's that guy's name? Zion Williamson or Williams, whatever that guy's name. What do you make of his situation, dude?
I mean, so I've seen photos of what that woman looks like, the woman that he just had the kid with. I've seen seen the photos of what she looked like, prior. And I'm not gonna lie, the woman does look good. She's not like the best looking in the face, but for black men, you don't have to be a 9 in the face, right? If you're decent looking in the face, but you have a good body, then you would be like an 8 or a 9 to most black men.
Yeah.
And I think that I think to a lot of black men, having a kid prior, even to the guys who have the most options, I don't think that most black men see a woman having a kid as a deal breaker, including, I guess, Zion Williamson.
How would you rate Zion Williamson? Obviously, he has status from being in the NBA, but like, how would you just rate him based on his looks? He had to give him like a rating.
I guess I would have to say like a 6 or a 7.
Huh.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I mean, I think in the face probably like a fucking 3. But I think that,
I was gonna say his face looked. He looked really. Yeah.
But I mean, he's a little overweight. But here's the point, bro. It's weird to rate him because he's at a point where the rate doesn't matter because he's status max, bro. Once you're status max and money max, the rating at that point doesn't matter. Now what I will say is that it does matter to women who are fucking athletes on a regular basis. Like if we're talking about women who are like 9s and 10s, then a Zion Williamson, him being quote unquote ugly or whatever, that is going to matter. But in a grand scheme of things, he could have got himself a better deal than that woman for sure.
Huh. This is a good question. Are athletes simps, or is it just because most of them are black men? I think, truth be told, if I had to be honest here, I think it's because a lot of these black men were raised by single mothers, and they end up like thinking their mothers are the best thing since sliced bread, and they end up being in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say the first one. It's a little bit of a weird question because most black men are simps, most men are simps, most white men are simps, most Asian men are simps, most men are simps. So if you're talking about athletes, and I would say it's a higher percentage. But if you're talking about if we're talking about like professional athletes, the reason why most of them are simps is because because they're allowed to be simps. Because they're so us here, like just the regular folk, if we're a simp, we take immediate L's for being a simp, meaning that like we don't get pussy because we don't, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get pussy from being a simp. But for an NBA player, it doesn't matter what he does. He is just going to get the pussy anyway, even if he simps or not. And he's never, so a guy who's in the NBA, he's never had to watch an AMS video. He's never had to watch he never has to do these things. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like my friend. It's like my friend.
He's gonna be asking who the fucking AMS.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like AMS. Well, who's he play for? No, but like AMS. I don't know. You know, it's the fuck. But like my friend, it's like he was saying how my friend stopped watching Fresh and Fit. I stopped watching Fresh and Fit, but he said that I stopped watching Fresh and Fit because it was making me more look at women more negatively and this and that and watching all these red pill videos and all this other shit, right? And I told him, I asked him, I'm like, wait a minute, why did you start watching those videos? And he said, well, I watched those videos because you had shared them and I was trying to keep an open mind. And I had to tell him, no, like, yeah, you watched those videos because of me. But me and most people who watch those videos watched them because we needed them or we got into the space out of a necessity. You and most athletes, Chads, Tyrones, they don't need to. Why the fuck are they clicking on the AMS video?
They don't have to. They don't even need to know who this nigga is, right? They don't give a fuck.
It's like why are they clicking it?
Yeah, that's true. Like I don't even know who the fuck AMS or fucking MLD or Rolo Tomasi is. Fuck this shit, bro. Like they have no need for these people, dude. It's like a millionaire asking for a looking into a what's it called, a multi-level marketing campaign. It's like, what do you need this for, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? Like,
Ojit 1917 said Shaq.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about this one earlier.
Yeah,
for the
bro.
Average girl was very sad. Yeah, dude.
Bro. My dad was me and my dad. We didn't get into it, but we was kind of going back and forth. He was trying to say, because I seen the Home Depot girl. She has a YouTube, and Coach Greg Adams kind of broke it down a little bit that she doesn't look as good as she does in those right. And she's a decent looking woman, but but my dad was saying, yeah, she turned on an OnlyFans and Playboy, and she's a Christian and she's a good woman. Like that's an example of a good woman. But I was trying to tell my dad, and also apparently she has a boyfriend. But I'm like, Dad, sure, but women are women. Eventually, when women achieve a certain status, it's only a fucking matter of time before their shit begins to change.
Yep.
So her being hit on by Shaq, like bro, that woman has now over 100,000 fucking followers. If she had a boyfriend before, do you think that is a lower likelihood or a higher likelihood of her breaking up with her fucking boyfriend because she has a higher status now?
You're not wrong. Yeah, this is good. This is basically Black Pill 101, right? The moment the woman gets higher status or higher money or anything else than the man does, she's out of the fucking door.
Yeah, but again, it's like, and people try to like differentiate, because even again, like my friends, it's like, well, those are the other women. I'm talking about the good quality women, but I'm like, yo, but even women of these quote unquote good quality, and also too, man, we gotta stop this whole notion, because most women who are these quote unquote good quality women, after a certain age, 9 times out of 9, they're already in a relationship. That's why it baffles me when people say, oh, you should stop dating 25-year-olds and start dating 30-year-olds. But what the fuck? If she's 30 and she's not, and she hasn't been in a relationship, and she's not in a relationship, then there's actually something wrong, because there's nothing preventing a woman in her 20s from getting married to a good man. There is absolutely nothing preventing her from doing this.
Yeah.
What's like think about a mystery. If you take a woman who's an average looking woman, what's preventing this average looking woman from getting married to a good man who can provide in 2023?
Nothing. It's really just her. The only thing stopping her would be the fact that she's been ran through by so many Chads that she can't do it anymore.
Now take your average earning 25 or so year old man in the current dating marketplace. There's a number of things preventing this motherfucker from being able to get into a relationship and get married.
I mean, there's a number of factors, sure, but like at the end of the day, the main factor is the fact that the women just flat out like he in theory should be a good prospect, right? If you have a decent job and you're relatively average height and you're like a 5 or maybe a 6 in the face, and you're not a fucking criminal. For a white man, that's probably pretty much you're probably golden. But like depending on the dude you are, like it's getting harder out there for all races of men who are around that average bracket, right? But at the end of the day, like you should be a good prospect, but you're not in today's market because the women just flat out don't want you. Like the common denominator here is that women just don't want the men.
Right.
Yeah, it's always a common denominator. Yeah,
and it's kind of like the so-called the quote unquote good dudes who got good jobs, who got this stuff going for them. On one end, they're told that you should be confident that you're making it and that you should have this elevated sense of self about yourself when it comes to women. But then in the marketplace is literally telling them the opposite.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we tell men to do so many things to improve themselves and to improve their lot in life or to improve their position in society when it comes relative to women or trying to get women right. And then but you have to remember that like when other men, like every man is also improving relative to you as well. So like it doesn't matter if you're improving. If you're not improving at a faster rate than the other men around you are also improving, you're not really making any real progress anyway at the end of the day, right? Like this idea that like you're the only guy out here improving is bullshit. I think it's weird. Yeah, we tell men to do all these things.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, as if every other dude just like sat in their fucking mom's fucking basement for the last 10 years and just sat there stagnant. Like, no, they were all doing stuff too.
But if you were to ask, I mean, look, even Wheat Waffles talked about this, how the average man is. What did he say? The average man is doing poorly. The average man is a sub 5 or some shit. It's just like and now I really understand now the annoyance in the of Wheat Waffles. I watched this one video he did, like the Honest Waffle shit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
He said the average man is sub 5.
Yeah, he said that the average man is not doing well. He is not doing well. He's sub 5. Hold on a second. Let me find this thing. Honest Waffles. What was the
why do people keep perpetuating this myth that like, do they know what the word average means?
The average man's life is an utter disaster, and he basically has like a clip where these men are at a football. I mean, these are like some NPC type dudes that at a football game or some shit, and they're cheering, and then Wheat Waffles break down. He's a sub 5. He's a sub 5. I can't do the fucking voice. He's a sub 5.
He's a sub 5. He's a sub 5. He's a sub 5.
Yeah. And as Wheat Waffles doing it, I'm looking at Wheat Waffles, and I'm looking at this dude, and I don't think he's a bad looking dude, but Wheat Waffles is not. I mean, this dude. I guess because he's white, it gives him a pass, and which if we're being honest, Wheat Waffles doesn't talk about that shit either. He doesn't talk about the fucking race pill in his videos either.
Not very often, if at all. Yeah. I think he said if he did, it would like take him off of YouTube or some shit. But I'm like, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. He's
never talked about it because we at Wheat Waffles, if you take a look at his features, if he was the black equivalent of himself, then he more than likely wouldn't have gotten. I mean, he wouldn't be with his fucking girlfriend. He's a relatively above average looking guy, but he would need to be a little bit more better shaves. He needs to have some tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Some chains. Like he would need to look like Austin Dunham. Is that the guy's name? The fucking you would need to have some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah. I don't know. I haven't liked Wheat Waffles in a long time, so yeah. I don't know.
I like them.
Go ahead.
No, so I liked him in the beginning.
I don't even know what his Honest Waffles channel is supposed to be. Like, is he just posting there because of some reason, or what's the whole point of that channel anyway?
Bro, I don't really watch these because his face kind of annoys me. So I don't watch it. But
his face annoys you. honestly,
hey, mystery. This motherfucker, and I'm not. I promise you, I am not the guy. I am not trying to shit on people. I am not, because I can barely grow a beard. Wheat Waffles doesn't have any. You think you can walk around as a black dude with no fucking facial hair and something What the fuck?
Dude, I swear, dude, I'm not even lying. This girl I'm talking to, one of the first things she said was that I like your beard. I'm like, well, here we go. Like, I was like, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You think it's and VBS voice said it like wheat waffles could get an 8 out of 10 black woman easily. Ethnic tax is crazy. I wouldn't say an 8 out of 10 easily, but he can. But if he can maneuver and probably date or fuck one, probably yeah.
I'm not even like wheat waffles is like if you look up the definition of like a milk toast, his face is right next to the definition of the answer. It's like he is a definition of like plain looking motherfucker I've ever seen, dude. Like, like I'm just gonna say it, dude. He is nothing spectacular. He's like the most like normie, like I don't know, like normies. He's so normal. I'm like, why are you even here? Like, I'm like, how do you fucking exist? I didn't know that there was like a dude who fit all the boxes of like normie. He's like,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
he uses the phrase NPC, but I think he is the NPC. Like he looks like a generic like copy and pasted white man that like.
Hey, you know how
like fuck.
Hey, you know how like you'll play Grand Theft Auto and moving the camera and you get really close to one of the NPCs just to see what the graphic, because the graphics on your character looks different than the graphics on the NPC.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah, he's like a fucking like procedurally generated fucking NPC. Like, you're like, what the fuck? You're like, you exist? Like, damn, I didn't know it was real, bro. I didn't someone said halfway completed create a character, bro. It's true. You be
No, he looks like it looks like when you're about to create a character and it gives you like the generic shit off the rip before you start customizing it.
It looks so fucking plain, bro. I swear to God.
I'm not look. I am not. Listen, bro. I would not like to talk. I don't. I'm not making fun of the guy. I'm not even saying the guy's ugly. I'm whatever. I think he's an above average looking guy. The point I'm trying to make is just that he has these videos and there's like big parts of the shit that he's really missing that he's not maybe he will, maybe he won't, but he hasn't broke down, which is in regards to the race thing, man.
One here. I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. We'll cover this one comment here.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on phantom cells? Guys that are chads, high status, or have a lot of money all look at RP and BP videos. Is it low confidence and insecurities, you think?
You mean the guys who are chads or high status who I think they just have here's what I think, bro. I think they have a curiosity of it. I don't think that they come to the spaces. First of all, they don't come to the spaces for the same reasons why we do. They come to the spaces, I think, because they might have seen a video on TikTok. Maybe somebody like they looked at it from a different viewpoint and maybe they started to get interest based on that. But they're watching it from a place of curiosity and not from a place of necessity, like most men who are watching the content do. Most people who watch Donovan Sharp's content or watch the Fresh and Fit content, they feel like they need the content because of their current dating market. So I don't think it's low confidence. I think it's just honestly just curiosity, and they just enjoy the content. I don't think it has anything to do with insecurity. I mean, what do they have to be insecure about? You know what I mean? Are you streaming on over the weekend?
Hell fucking yeah, I'm streaming over the weekend, dude.
Okay, great. Yeah. No.
I'll be on this Sunday, SNC episode 30.
You wasn't there, look.
I don't know where the fuck we're at. Yeah, we're gonna do it this weekend, man, dude.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, look, I kind like I said, man. I look and I honestly prefer kind of listening. I'll come home, listen. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm on it, I don't like listening to it when I'm on it, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Oh fuck! I gotta hear my goddamn voice and shit. But yeah, no. This was needed. Are you gonna break anything down on Sunday or?
I gotta find some stuff to break down. I'm probably gonna look at the Hunter at Avalon. The guy who made a video about it, and I want to cover that topic. It's pretty fucking funny in my opinion, so I'm gonna cover that.
Yeah, I don't know much about that situation, but apparently, the girl,
dude, she was looking for like porn star dick, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
She what?
His wife was looking for porn star dick, bro. I'm not even lying. Like the dude she was trying to cuck him with a porn star, a former porn star. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I mean, and I've talked about this too, man. I mean, best believe, bro, like what's not uncommon are women having sex with porn stars. I would argue that the majority of the women that porn stars fuck are just regular fucking women. Like I need you to understand, like, okay, a regular woman, I need you to think about this, right? This is some scary stuff, but think about it. Women watch porn. They don't watch porn as much as we do, but they do watch porn. Damn near any woman who's halfway decent, or especially if she's above average looking or a good looking woman, any one of them can look at a video of a guy with a 12-inch dick fucking some chick, whatever the fuck. And if he's in her city or just a few cities over, that woman, this average woman, can message that guy and get fucked by that guy. Like porn stars fuck so many women. I would say maybe about 20% of the women, and maybe I gotta actually find a male porn star and fucking ask him. But I would argue that I think my guesstimate will be like only 20% of the women that they fuck are also in the porn industry. I think that the majority of it are women who are just regular fucking women. So this is all to say that this notion or this idea of a woman trying to reach out to a porn star is not uncommon, bro. I think this is extremely common.
Oh no.
Think about it.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me though, because like it's not like they're like some like it's not like they're like high profile celebrities. Like they're just fucking regular dudes who just happen to be slinging dick around. So like, yeah, like they'll probably have access, especially depending on the if you're in like California or some shit, yeah, where all that shit's made at. Hell yeah, you can probably find a porn star pretty easily if you're a chick, dude. No fucking
yeah. Look at Chip Skylark. This is facts. A girl I went to school with had Rico Strong in her contacts. I was in the screenshots. Yeah. So,
bro,
yeah. So
you should post those in Discord. I'll holy shit.
Yeah. So so we talk about women having access to athletes or rappers, and I mean, sure, but that's one thing. And I would even say here's the thing too. I would say here's where the black pill is a little bit black. It's blacker than this is because with an athlete or a rapper, you still have to have as a woman a level of attractiveness to fuck a Chris Brown or to fuck a Trey Songz to a certain degree. I don't think that they're going to just waste their time fucking with ugly women, right? Or just average looking women. But a porn star, like men who are in this degenerate industry, that's the porn industry, these guys fuck for a living. And as a man, the more you fuck, the more you fuck. Your sex drive actually goes up the more that you fuck. I don't know if y'all know that. Like when you're not fucking, your sex drive actually relatively goes down. That's why I think about it. If you haven't fucked for a long time, how you doing, Woody? Just real quick. If you haven't fucked for a long time and you fuck a woman once, you seem to be pretty satisfied. Like you can, like that nut can satisfy you for a whole week. Like you'll be like, if you said, hey, incel, you can get one nut once a week. Most incels will be fucking ecstatic about that, and then they'll be just fucking fine. But these guys, they gotta fuck 2, 3, 4 times a day.
God damn, bro.
Mystery BPJ.
How's it going, bro?
No, man, I don't want to interrupt BPJ when he goes on his rants, man. I think it's pretty cool.
Now I was getting ready to end the stream, so I would keep it quick, my dude.
Okay, well, okay, so I guess I think geomaxing is really the solution to the black pill. But what do you guys think is I guess what does the future entails regarding that not being an option, or how do you guys see that? Because to me, I don't think it's ever not going to be an option, because we can't sustain half of the world immigration coming to the West. It's just not possible, even if the immigration is really high as of now. But you can't just import half of the world population, right? So what do you guys think of that?
If geomaxing is going to be viable in the future, that's the question here.
Yes.
I think it'll remain viable in the immediate future, but in the foreseeable future, in the long-term future, I don't think it's going to be viable for a long time. If only because of the fact that the world is only becoming more globalized, and technology is only spreading faster, and the world is only becoming smaller. So these like places that don't have a lot of technology in them right now are only going to become more like the West in certain ways. So via having Tinder or dating apps on them, a lot of them already have it actually, truth be told. But But like depending on where you're going to, these places already have dating apps. They already have the technology around them. So the women are only going to get worse and worse and worse. So like if you're a dude who's going over there right now, your odds is probably still pretty good. But in the future, your odds are probably going to be even worse. Or they're probably going to be. It could be comparable or maybe only slightly better than the West, if only because the women are going to be more entitled and because they have so much more access to other men as well. So.
What I think to differ because I don't think that side of the population is running anytime soon. And I mean, if you think about it, that somebody who's wealthy enough to fly somebody out, to America or Germany or whichever country, right? It still remains that the population over there, they don't really have I guess they don't have a as big of a problem in birth rates as the West does, right? So even if they are able to use technology, Tinder or whatever, I think the options still never going to run out, right? Because not everybody in the world can have a Western, I guess, a living standard compared to what it is in Philippines or Vietnam.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to have the same living standard to have your culture be inundated with Western culture, right? You can have a Western a world view of the world or a view of the world and not have the same comforts that we have in the West. It's also sometimes it's simply about the mindset of the people in the country, and it has very a little to do with the actual real material comforts of the people who live in the country as well. You know what I mean?
But the option, but just by the numbers, it wouldn't ever run out.
What,
Speaking
what,
of
what,
options,
what do you
speaking of
mean? What do you mean
female,
it would never run out? What places are we talking about here?
we're talking about every second and third world country in the world.
So like going to Africa, that including in geomapping as well, because most people.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, even Africa. If for Middle East, I don't think they're gonna run out of any options. That's where personally, that's where I'm from. Just as much as I know, and I know pretty well, at least for the country surrounding areas and things like that. And if even if somebody, if I see there's a big, I guess there's a big movement, right? That oh yeah, with I guess with the black communities and the community, that okay, we got to go back to Africa, and I'm assuming that the better options for them would be, if they want to do that, that to either to bring somebody from Africa or go there, for their marriage, and then if anybody else, let's say think of somebody from China, they don't they also have a similar problem. They have a movement of to lay down rot, right? That's the incel, inkwell movement over there. So even they have an option if they want to go, to Thailand or Vietnam or Philippines. They have option to do that too. And then Eastern, I guess, Southern Eastern Europe would be an option for all the stormtrooper cells, right? If we're just going by that, right? So I see the option never really running out, and it's really abundant. Speaking of people who want to do that in the West, who wants to geomax in the West.
Well, beyond the fact that like not everybody has the
Oh, Mister, I'm
ability.
gonna head out, bro. Just wanted to
All
let
right,
you know.
dude. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Appreciate you.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah. Well, beyond the fact that not everybody has the same ability to geomax to begin with, right? So it's not a
Right.
viable, it's not a viable solution for every single person stuck in the situation or stuck in any situation at the end of the day. So like,
Right.
is it a solution to some people's problem? Sure, but it's not a solution to the masses of men who are left out of the dating market right now. Problem, that's for sure.
Well, I guess mass of the population. I'm only speaking, has by the men in the West, that they do have the ability to money max, right? That's the only way they could geomax. So this is I'm talking about this as a specifically by the Western population, that men are still able to do that if they choose to, right? And that's the option for them. I'm not talking speaking of the whole world. That
Well,
whole world.
I'm speaking of like even people in the West. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. They don't live like these lives you think they do.
No. I'm not saying that, but that dollar still goes a long way. If you do plan on doing anything, outside of U.S. I mean, in the end, you and me or anybody else is not responsible for anybody's achievement, or we're not stepping in their way to achieve that goal, right? But that's still a viable solution, better than staying in the West, right?
I suppose so, but you're still missing the point of like, once again, the majority of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. This idea that like, oh, they have nobody's inhibiting their ability to geomax. Well, that's not true. It's simply a matter of economics. Like most of the population of men do not have the ability to just simply leave their country and travel. Most people don't even have the mindset to even to want to do that. They even if it was a solution to their problem, they probably wouldn't do it to begin with.
I mean, I agree. I agree with what you said, and I understand. Maybe that is a barrier that somebody has to cross if they want that, if they want to get married or have a permanent relationship with somebody overseas. That it is like one of those barriers that you have to money max, or else you can't have it. I mean, U.S. and everybody else they deal globally, right? So that's another option that people could do. I agree that generally, yeah, people don't even think about that, and people usually want to get married and have a family in US compared to thinking about doing that outside. So it's like a barrier. Yes, everybody has to cross, but you still have a better chance being in the West than being stuck in the second or third world
Well,
country.
yeah. Your odds are better being here. Not forgetting a merit, obviously, but your odds of,
Right.
I guess, attaining some economic progress are probably better here than they would be in some second or third world country. That's for sure. Yeah, that's something
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
undeniable. Sure.
Right. But I guess my point was that the options will remain abundant, especially for people who are in the West, and if that's the goal that they want to make, because I think geomaxing is a solution for everybody in the black pill, in my opinion. Because in the end, if that's what they want to do, I mean, I've spoken to guys from the community before, and they would still get married in this type of environment. I think you wouldn't, right? I wouldn't either, but they will still choose to do that if they could, right? But they don't want to settle down for whatever options they have available.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I guess somewhat geomaxing still like I said earlier it still remains a viable option unless those countries
Hmm.
somehow have a demographic nightmare, which a lot of them are. But as of right now, it
Hmm.
still remains a general option for enough, especially if you're white. In my opinion, you can generally go to any country and do pretty
Yeah.
well. But yeah, if you're even the black cells who go to places like down in South America or even on Africa, they can do pretty
Right.
well themselves. It does depend on where you're going as well. But yeah, if you're in the West, and yeah, geomat, I still advocate for it to some extent. But this idea that like every dude can do it is wrong. But yeah, but it's still
No, I agree with you. I
yeah.
agree with you because yeah, majority of the population, yes, they cannot afford to do that. But if because I mean, you talk to most of the people, they don't even think about geomaxing. They really don't care, right? They will just stay and rot in this market. Even if their options are worse than a land whale, they will still choose to do that. So this geomaxing concept is not even available to most people. And then another thing is if they have the money for it, then they can kind of start thinking, okay, I should do this, I should get out, or visit other countries compared to being over here, right? So I understand, I agree with you that most men can, but at least in the West, men can still, if they work towards that goal, they can achieve it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they probably could. I think it's not that hard to save up for a plane ticket. A couple $1,000s here and there.
Right, right.
It's
I,
not
I would
impossible.
I would rather be in Australia, Germany, US, Canada than being stuck in Cambodia or Philippines, so
Yeah,
I'm speaking.
where you're completely fucked. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm speaking completely on the point of view of the West, because those countries you gotta go to your father or mother, and maybe if they have friends who has a daughter, that's their best chance of having a family.
yeah.
So yeah. But
Okay.
all right, man, I know you gotta go, but
All right, man.
yeah, take care.
All right, man. See ya. All right, buddy boyos. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Elderly parents, family, kids, and etc. inhibit this option as also. It's not just money. Yes, as well. That's true. The point is that money maxing is out of the realm of achievement for 80% of men. Yeah, they're better elsewhere, but it's irrelevant if you can't geo max in the first place. Yeah. Peace out, dog. No problem, dude. All right, guys. This has been Wednesday Night WINsday. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like the video. Maybe you hated the video. Leave a comment anyway. And never forget, buddy boys, that wisdom is fucking gold. I'll see you guys on Sunday. This Sunday. We're gonna have SNC Sunday Night Cope. Weekend Chat Random Discussion, episode 33 or 34. I think it's 30. Goddamn cat, leave me alone. My God. Jesus Christ, kill him with this shit. Episode 34, 33, whatever episode we're on. We're going to have another stream. Have our first comeback stream from our break this past weekend. So, yeah, dude, let's do it again. Once again, guys, see you guys on the flip side, and cheers.